So this is Sears, where we took our baby pictures at. That's where that Mickey Mouse phone was at. That mom bought me for Christmas a few years ago. I saw that Mickey Mouse phone in there when I was 4 years old. And I was like, I gotta have that.
This shit is abandoned too. What was that?
They tore Sears down. That was an auto shop. That was Sears Auto Shop. They had their own auto shop.
Oh, yeah.
This is the McDonald's. A lot of fights happened at that McDonald's. Shira fought some girl at that McDonald's. There's been shootings at this McDonald's. That's all University. University is our Colfax. University is our Colfax. So I'm driving down Fuller Avenue. Fuller Avenue. This is where Upset's from.
What does your arm smell like?
This is Fuller Avenue. This is where Upset's from.
Where?
His grandma lived over here on Fuller.
This where up there.
When I say it was gully over here, it probably still is because it looks like it. Now, Levante, it's a total different hood than what you see, but nowadays, all you young niggas look like that. So,
he ain't got his...
see, the thread is gone. Look at that goofy shit.
Look at its butt.
That's goofy
Look at
shit.
his butt.
So, me and Shira spent a lot of days at this corner in this parking lot, arguing and fucking fighting.
Bent down like that. What the hell?
Arguing and fighting through all of this shit. This is Hanover.
Man, you got a lot of...
This is where I learned how to ride my bike at. My mama lived over here. And then when I got older, me and Shira moved in over here. I used to take Shania to this park to play when she was a little girl. This is the park I used to take my baby to in her stroller.
Let me say
He's an
ancient.
old head, for real. He out there.
And they kicked me off of this property. I wasn't allowed over here.
They kicked you off the property
For
after
busting
that?
the windows. And yeah, I tore they shit up.
Shout.
Tore they shit the fuck up. And they kicked me the fuck out of here.
Call it a trash shit.
She's a crack baby. Okay, this building right here, that building was known for having all type of gangbanging shit going on. I'm surprised that's still there.
Days of gambling.
But yeah, this is how you get into...
These are raggedier from the last time I seen them.
Yeah, ain't nobody done nothing to it. Ain't been no maintenance over it. We argued all up and through this shit. Always constantly fucking fighting. And this is where we went in at. Her mom stayed right here. Our unit's over there. Where me and Shira was, me, Shira, and Shania, and then she had little man Stefan. This is where all that happened at. Oh, okay.
We're supposed to go down this one?
I guess it's a fucking one-way street for some odd reason. That's
You
weird
don't
as fuck.
remember it being that way?
No. But I didn't drive back then either. This used to be a daycare, then it was a school.
So these are townhomes?
Yep.
Or-
So Kalia, this is where me and Shania lived at when she was a baby. This is where we stayed at when
It's
she
a
was
3
born.
level? Is it 3 levels?
No, baby. No, it's 2. Yeah, it's basement something. I don't know. It's a basement.
There ain't no damn basements in it. Oh yeah. this
Yeah, I
is
wouldn't
right
know.
there.
That is where we lived at.
He said
This
that.
second one on top. That's the windows I busted out. Where that
So
chair
the
is sitting
bottom
at.
ones is townhomes
That's a
too?
total different unit. The one at the top is where I smashed and destroyed their shit.
So the...
Each ones have 2 levels.
I think so. That's where we live. I don't remember levels and all that, but I know that was a lot of shit that happened over here. The police arrested me right there and they kicked me in the back and knocked me to the fucking ground. I thought the nigga punched me. And then the girl that she thought I was messing with, which is my dad's friend's daughter, Tate's daughter, stayed right there. Her name was Candy. Candy was beautiful. She's still beautiful to this day.
How'd you get caught?
Her mama called the police on me. They had the police call on me. So the cops kept walking around her because they knew I would be here. That was a felony warrant. With a felony warrant, the police will come look for you. Those little yellow bars was not there at the time. The old white lady who lived in that unit right there, she, I forgot her name, man. She remember her name, but she used to take us to the grocery
These
store.
are low income?
No, you paid what you had. Well, they did like Section 8 and shit too. So yeah, they
No,
was.
that looks like a housing sign.
So now when we moved over here, it used to
housing
be
opportunity.
a witch that lived in this house, not this one.
What?
Yeah, a witch lived at this corner house right here.
Casting spells on people?
At this house.
You ever had your tarot card breaks and that?
I have.
This lady, it was a woman that lived in here, and when I say she was a witch, window with that fucking witch hat on, and had dream catchers and shit all over her porch. Yeah,
Like
Yeah.
on Barry?
she was witch.
It's still dream catchers.
You
She's
see
still
in the
there.
window like the witches on Barry?
She's still there?
I doubt it. She was very, very old back then. Look at Upset Mama.
You see Upset Mama?
No, baby. Them women back there.
Still dream catcher.
But I don't see a dream catcher. Where do you see dream catchers?
Oh no, those are chimes.
This building used to creep me out when I was a little boy.
Why?
It wasn't blue. It used to be a brown color. Because it was this fucking cat that it was a black cat that sat in the window. And when you're 4 years old and people tell you black cats are evil, you just think that that's whole. I thought the whole building was evil and like fucking possessed people lived in there and shit. Year 4. This building is new. This whatever these living units is, that's in the last 15, 20 years. This light rail in the middle of the street, this was not here. All this is university. Universities. And you can look at it and tell why.
I love y'all little delis and stuff.
This is our Colfax.
Where's our spot, Mom?
And the further you go that way, you're going towards Minneapolis. It just gets more raunchy.
Where's our spot? Where's our deli spot?
I have to show you. That used to be Burger King. This used to be a bus stop. Me and Shira argued at this bus stop. She took Upset's blanket because his dad died and left him his blanket. And all Upset had left. And so he kept saying, gee, I gotta get my blanket out of your girl's house, bro. Like, she tripping and shit. We came over, he was sitting at the bus stop. And that's when he was like, gee, I lost all respect for that bitch. Gee, she know my dad died, nigga. Like, nigga, if she want your girl, gee, I'll go kick her out, beat her, and all that shit. So, you know how Upset was. But that was kind of fucked up how she did that. The St. Paul City School, they moved this out. This used to be a car lot. That light rail shit, none of this was here. The Greyhound station, when you came, when I picked you, when I picked you up from when you picked me up from the Greyhound station, or I picked you up, when you and Levante came, that was right where the light rail train is now. That was Greyhound station, where that fucking white truck is sitting at.
Really?
Yeah. Right here on University Avenue. That's how I left Colorado. The last time I left Minnesota, the last time I lived in Minnesota and I moved out of here, my journey started right there in Colorado. The Greyhound station was right here, so I hopped on that bus. Patrice is the one who paid for my ticket. Upset was like, gee, you gotta get out of there, G. Get away from that shit. You know how my brother was. He like, nigga, get away from that shit. The light rail changed a lot of shit. Cause it wasn't nothing but niggas over here. Everybody gang banging, everybody all hardcore about life and shit. They took the Greyhound station up out of here. That deli you talking about, that's on Maryland Avenue. So yep, this was the Greyhound station. This empty lot right here, that was Greyhound. And this is Rice and University.
They don't got bad videos. That's why they all fucking wet, girl.
The girl that was driving.
All the girls I see.
This intersection used to stink. Always. White Castle's on the very next block. They've been here for years. The 3A and the 62, that's the bus that takes you straight to Mama's house. Straight to where Ben lived at. Let me get a close up on that. That's the 3A. That was the bus stop. I stood at that bus stop plenty of days. I stood at that bus stop with black eyes. They had a little corner store that was right here owned by the Arabs. Used to get 50-cent juices out of there. 50-cent juices. The 3B. Young niggas out here. And there's White Castles.
White Castle burger.
Yeah, I be crazy too out here.
White Castle had you going out.
Yeah, that shit had you pooping all day. Where my little spot? Where my little bodega, man? My bodega.
Yep, this is all the hood shit. We used to walk through here selling dope.
They got shrimp now? What is that? Shrimp nibblers?
Pulling up at White Castles.
Shrimp nibblers?
No, nibblers.
Nibblers.
Shrimp nibblers.
We are at White Castles, baby.
You get a shrimp nibbler.
Look at the shake.
Shake your booty. Get that pink fish.
The cost of
Welcome to
nickel.
White Castle. To begin ordering, agree to the terms by saying
Shake that
okay
butt.
already.
I must.
A lot of motherfuckers have been beat up and killed in this parking lot too. They've had full shootouts in this bitch.
Yeah, they got new stuff, man.
Okay, let's see.
Let me get a
Let me get the fish slider and some.
Can I get some loaded fries?
Okay, you guys order what y'all want since everybody's talking at the same time.
Did you want some? You came.
I don't have to